You said you wanted to be with me and only me.
Hi, I'm Sophia Jessica, and this is Angel, and welcome to the fan carpet.
Yara, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you today. How are you?
I'm great. So happy to be here as well. Thank you.
Awesome. So if we go back to the beginning, was there a defining moment for you to get into the industry?
Definitely. I spent years, I started out as an actress and spending years in auditions and classes and everything. I soon realized that I had to create my own path to being in the entertainment industry. And so I learned the craft of screenwriting, and then a whole can of worms opened up from there.
Awesome.
So it started with acting, writing, and then I learned how to make films by being on independent film sets.
Awesome. So what was it about Demise that made you want to tell this story?
Well, I've always been a fan of, those 90s movies like Fatal Attraction, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. So I've always been a fan of those films. And, in recent years, I wondered, like, what happened to this genre? It's just like we need to bring it back in a way, a modernized version. And so during the pandemic, I came up with this story because I had more free time on my hands.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, it just kind of like started out with two characters writing about them, and then just this whole story unraveled. And so there we have Demise.
Awesome. So what can you tell us about Celine and Fiona and what it was about the actresses that you chose to embody the characters?
The actresses that I chose.
Yeah, what was it about them that made them stand out?
Well, when Liz auditioned, she just had like this spark about her, and she really was able to capture right from the get, to capture the essence and just the vibe and the feeling of who Celine was.
Mm.
So I was like, we had her on a callback right away, and then seeing her lined up with all the other actresses, I mean, she just blew everybody away. She's so talented, and we were so excited to work with her. And she's such a great person as well. So we had a lot of fun on set, and it was one of those characters where I was thinking, this is the make or break. Like, if I don't find the right actress to play this character, the whole film can just flop and, kind of not really be what I envisioned in my mind. So, and the same for Crystal Hernandez, who played twin sisters, which is
Mm.
incredibly hard to do. You have to be a top-notch skilled actress to pull off the dynamics of playing two characters back to back like that. Sometimes on set, she would have to play both characters that very day.
Mhm.
So a lot of changing back and forth to Fiona and Fabiola, but same for her. She had the look, and I loved her audition, and yeah, I just felt like she was a perfect actress to play these roles.
Awesome. So what's it mean for you to be a storyteller and tell stories in this way?
It means everything to me. I feel like this is what I was born to do, and I just want to keep doing it. And so I'm living out my dream for sure. It took me so many years to get here, and so it's I feel like, gosh, finally, I have one thing out there that people can see that I wrote and directed, and it's a relief, and I'm really happy about it. And yeah, just I have to keep writing and putting out the next one. So
Awesome. Well, we're so glad you are. So Demise is very steamy. The opening scene before the title shows exactly what sort of film this is going to be. Was that something that was important to you, and did you need to have an intimacies coordinator for the film?
I feel like it was important for the storyline because we want to show how hot this love triangle really is.
Hmm.
And so I feel like those scenes were needed to capture the whole, dynamics of like how intense this was for each of the characters. We didn't have an intimacy coordinator, but I will say that as an actress previously, I helped coordinate the scenes, and we have an all women's producer team. So they were all actresses as well. My two producers, Annabelle and Michael. So we felt like, we got this, we can handle this. So yeah, everyone talked about all the scenes, in very great detail before we shot anything. So everyone had a clear understanding and was really comfortable too. So
Awesome. Well, that's the main thing, as long as they're comfortable.
yeah.
So the plot from the midway point didn't go the way that I thought it would, but it's riveting nonetheless. But was that always your plan to subvert expectations in this way?
Yes. Are you talking about what happens midway point with Fiona?
Yeah, in the hospital, because it could have gone one
Oh,
of
yes.
two ways, and I thought it was going to go
Yes.
the other way.
Right. During when I was writing this scene, I was thinking, well, because initially I didn't want to do what I did. But I was thinking, I don't want this to just play out as just one love triangle from beginning to end. Like the
Mhm.
story needs to unravel a bit and I need to like shake it up. And so yeah, I thought that it would be a bigger risk and a lot more fun to have it go this way, even though it was very sad story wise.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was needed because you got to see other things play out that seemed a little bit more interesting to me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was definitely interesting, and it led to some very strong performances all around.
Right.
Um, yeah. So, do you have any memories from filming that you'll remember for the rest of your career?
I would say definitely the last day of shooting. By the way, we shot this film in 17 days.
Okay,
Um,
awesome.
films work very quickly. It was 106 page script. So, we shot very fast. It was so much prep to be able to, have that pace throughout. But I would say day 17 was really memorable because it was our last day filming. It was my birthday, and we were shooting in my neighborhood. Some of the scenes, we shot at my house, in my neighbor's house, the pool party scene. And so it was a lot of fun because it was sort of like by that day, we're all one big happy family, everyone on cast and crew. And it was just sort of bittersweet. We didn't want it to end. And yeah, we all had our little speeches, and everyone was like, I have a little pedestal here on my fireplace, and everyone was jumping up on that and giving their little speech of their experience, and everyone was in tears. It was amazing.
Awesome. Um, awesome. So, Jeff Goldblum is among your mentors. Who inspires you in the industry?
Who inspires me?
Hmm.
As far as directors, Quentin Tarantino for sure. He's one of my favorites. And then I have also a lot of inspiration with, Alfred Hitchcock, because a lot of the shots that I chose were definitely inspired by his style of shooting and how artsy they are. And we're able to go for it anyways, even though we didn't have a lot of time. So I would say those two directors are my favorite for sure.
Awesome. Are there any other aspects of the industry that you'd like to pursue, or have you found your voice as a writer director?
This is it. Yep. And away
Awesome.
we go.
Awesome. The ending of Demise, I'm not going to give anything away, but it does leave it open for more stories to tell. Is that something that you would like to explore?
Oh, yes, I will tell you that as we speak, I'm writing the sequel to Demise 2.
Awesome. Okay, looking forward to that. So what are you hoping audience will take away from Demise when they see it?
I just want them to be so entertained by this story that they don't even look at their phones because they can't take their eyes off the screen. And it's just a fun joyride. And yeah, it's a noir, so you can't really put all your eggs in one basket when you're rooting for a character, because in noir films, not everyone's either good or bad. So
Mm,
I'm just hoping that they watch it with an open mind and just be entertained by it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and like from that midway point, I really did not see what was. I mean, it was great from the, like leading up to that point, anyway.
Yes.
But then after that point, it just kind of like went up to 11,
Oh, thank
with the
you.
intensity and with what was going on. It's like, yeah. So, did you shoot chronological order?
No,
Oh,
we shot all over the place. It's by location. And so we shot out our first 3 days were Fiona's house in the story. So everything is all out of order the whole time.
right. Okay.
Mhm.
You have to
Yeah.
be skilled to keep that straight in your head. What's going on.
Yes, definitely. Because there's a lot going on and you don't want to miss anything or, cut corners when you have something so embedded in the story and threaded through, like every line matters, it just all mattered. So
Absolutely. And just finally, where can we find you online to keep up with everything you're doing?
yes, I have a website. It's yaraestradalowe.com. And then I'm also on Instagram, Yara Estrada_Lowe. And our Demise the Film, we are also on Instagram at Demise the Film.
Awesome. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure, and I really did enjoy the film. When I watched it last night. It was great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations with that, and I look forward to what you do next. And hopefully, I'll talk to you again for Demise too.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Yeah. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. Please follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram for more content. Bye for now.
Look who I got.
Why don't you show what you can do? I hear a siren. Maybe you were wrong about me. I'm dangerous and still. Why don't you give me a sign, like the sea that leads a trail along that shore? It's not your problem, it's mine. Everybody thinks that I'm okay. Sometimes I think I am too. I'm on the outside looking in, I'm waiting for the shockwaves to begin. Oh, won't you let me hold you for one time? Just a rainy day in a London cafe, a London cafe. So give me one last serenade. Say to me, or swear at me till the night turns into day. And it was a shame when daylight faded, because we didn't notice at all.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.